台中现在有3个，然后大概有
Yes, my company that I work with. I know how some well, our phone and sorry for it.
I live very close to the pool.
Yeah, the awesome best.
用欧总就好。
没有，因为我好同的一类。Yeah， 大的杯子，然后
不用换小脸杯。
Let me take some photos. Any direction. Okay. 介绍情况。
对，介绍。
太红酒了。
有需要把这个
快到一样。
实习还要好问你。
The four-way test. Material, please all rise for the four-way test. The four-way test of the thing within said. First.
Is it true?
Second.
Is it fair to all concerned?
Third.
Let it be goodwill and friendships.
Fourth.
Let it be beneficial to all concerned.
Thank you. Please be seated. Rotary song.
Is no ornamency. From north to south, from east to west, we brought the snow, celebration. R-O-T-A-R-Y, Masters Rotary. R-O-T-A-R-Y, Masters Rotary. R-O-T-A-R-Y is one great family, where friendship, mindfulness of him, where each one's heart is gathered to give. R-O-T-A-R-Y, Lost Rotary.
Now, introduction of the visiting Rotarian and guests, and we pass to introduce our guest today.
Okay, today we have many friends from Taipei Rotary Club 信义社 from and today's speaker Mendy comes from Gambia, and our old friend Michael Tsai, National Defense Minister. Okay, and Frank, Dr. Zhen, old friend, and Lu Yuanyuan, 是不是？鲁媛媛 ，good friend, and 田姐 good friend too, and Amy, Joe's wife. Anybody I forget to introduce? Amy.
对啊，你下次要先在那个。
哦，就在那个 spot 的地方跑。OK. It's now our Rotary members to all care about them.
先到那边要付钱。
That's right. Okay, welcome you all.
Thank you, Dipesh. Now may we have our visiting Rotarian Frank to stand up. We're going to sing a visiting Rotarian songs for you.
Yes, all wrong, I really religion. Yes, all wrong, I really religion. We want you to feel our friendship soon. We are trying here today. So get back on the beat of you. We come from all the fellows here. And once more, you are near our door. Come again, Rotarian, come again.
Sorry, my microphone is not working now, so but I would like to introduce our visiting Rotarian Frank. He's also a receiver for not working for the SAN scholarship, and he would like to share some of his about the I think influence between Japan and Taiwan. So I just give him a few minutes. Please give a big hand to Frank.
大同社的各位 PP 还有社长各位大家好，因为我英文没有那么厉害的，所以不好意思。对，
日本語上手よ。
日本語でこう話したら、
そうですね。
皆さんこうね、もし日本語がね聞いたらわかるなら、一応こう日本語でこうスピーチしても別に構いません。如果说大家听得懂日文的话，用日文来演讲是 OK 的，因为我本身是在日本拿到中学跟高中的教师证，所以在那边有在那服务过一点时间，然后再回到台湾。那有时候还会回到日本去，有时候去教他们的中学生或是小学生这样。对不过现在已经确定回来。那今天呢，最主要是跟各位报告一下，就是说，事实上，我有2个专长。那我现在有个专长，这个日文。那事实上是因为在日本呢，我是受到我是领日本米山奖学金的学生。那当时很困苦，困苦到非常严重。那最后领到以后，我就有一个心愿。这个心愿就是说，我要研发一套非常棒的日本语仔细学习法。我要让台湾跟日本 那永远能够把这个桥梁把它架构起来。那所以呢，我在那个时候就已经许那个愿，然后一直就开始研发。那研发在研究所研发，然后回到台湾。那因为我以前有带中华队去打世界杯，那我也是中华排球的以前是教练，那打到全世界第5名，完了以后就退下来。那退下来完了以后，我就觉得说差不多，我还有一个心愿，就是湖人有帮忙我。那当然日本他们很感谢他们啦。那我有跟日方他们那边讲，所以日本的京都地方那些几个社，原则上我已经有跟他们宣布了，有在做联谊的时候讲，所以我可以的话再回到台湾或许比较好，就把这个桥梁做好。那回来以后，经过10年，10年这个时间内，我一直都在台中科大，事实上是蔡明宪蔡部长，事实上他也在那边教，其实我也认识他。也跟他讲过，他只是忘记我而已。对，他也是我们学校的教授，只是他应该不认识我，但是我非常认识他。那这一套的研发是全台湾里面，现在目前呢，应该是最仔细，没有比这个还仔细的。所以呢，这套研发出来以后，在台北现在目前非常的 OK。那所以台北的第5分区的扶轮社都是我在教。那这个目的是要建立台湾跟日本的无人的关系永远能够持续下去的一个桥梁。所以我们研发这一套呢，原则上它会有一个很大的魅力，就是呢20代、30代，所以20代就20岁到29岁，然后一直到60代，几乎不会断层。不会断层的，就是说你还是可以继续的学习下去，效果相当不错。那现在目前呢，我们是日文差不多40年了，差不多40年，所以这一套已经非常的成熟。那最近呢，因为我在想说，我现在59岁，差不多快60岁，那我现在差不多最 OK 的时候，那我都贡献在台北这样的部队，那是不是台中也要开始把扶轮这个桥梁再把它架构起来？那事实上呢，这个桥梁第一步已经有在西区扶轮社的他们的日文，我已经教他4年了，只是我很低调没有讲而已。那刚才呢，CPA 有来这边，然后有跟我们的助理总监呢，然后成为这样子的关系，然后来这边然后看几分钟，让我讲解一下，然后可以的话，如果有 OK 的话，我们希望说这个桥梁先把它架构起来，因为现在的年轻人讲日文的很少，所以我们为了持续下去这个桥梁，那我觉得开发这一套相当的 OK。那如果 OK 的话呢，我这边的大概我们这个上下去呢，它是长期，它不是短期，不是几个月，它不会断掉，但是它会什么呢？它会少人。它会少，但是呢，从来没有到现在研发这一套出来以后，它有4本。那这4本呢，不只有4本，那原则上我们会教到这4本结束。这4本呢教完了以后，原则上你的听说读写的讲也是大家，也是学习者，翻译也是学习者。那因为仔细学习发明人是我，所以当你翻译不出来的时候，我一定会知道。那这研发这10年呢，确定已经非常的稳定。OK， 好，大概是这样。那我剩下的还有1分钟，所以意思是说，如果你们大家有可以的话，就保健，还有什么呢？4年能够参加是最主要的目的。好，那剩下还有1分钟的时间，有没有什么问题可以提出来？好，
会后。
好，会话好了，因为现在时间比较那个哈。好，那原则上呢，大概是这样子的情况。那如果 OK 了，现在还在场地、时间各方面呢还在control。那如果好了以后，那我们会再发布。好，今天呢就发布到这里。好，谢谢大家。好，谢谢。
Anyone like interested in learning a new language, please contact with Frank after the meeting. Okay, President's time.
Yes, really great to see our friend Michael. Very nice to meet you again. Yeah, and also to see so many new friends from Gambia and also from Taipei and from China. It's really very great today. Thank you for your coming. Next, I would like to thank the people involved in the reception of the GSE members under the leading of our AG Shumi. I think our GST work should be finished, it should be done.
This evening there's going to be a farewell party. Yes, welcome.
And so, our member rule involved in accommodation of GSE member, it's really hard work. We should accept, I think, 3 nights and have to take care of everything in this state, Taiwan. Thank you for that. And the last week, our PE Simon have already finished the first pre-board member meetings. It's really nice for next year's working. I think it's good news for me. It should be getting finished for me. Okay, thank you for that. Thank you.
Thank you for your file. Secretary's time. We will have a board meeting after this regular meeting, but we will change our place from this rural to Hankou Ting, and Pen will send in the front to guide you the direction. So please, board member, reserve your time, and we change to another room for the board meeting. And then second is a reminder for we don't have regular meeting next week due to our break for the second outing. The second outing change time from should be April, I think last weekend, but now we shift to 20th and 21st of May. And anyone interested would like to go, please register with PACE for that time. This is a reminder for charter ceremony for Daton Club, and group 1, please reserve your time to attend. Okay, now it's our program. Before we have step into our program, I would like to introduce, have PP Pass to introduce our speaker today.
Ladies and gentlemen, today I invite Mendy. He is the graduate student at Zhongxing University, the Department of Applied Economics, the graduate school of Agri Resources. He has been in Pingdong National University to study the college department of agribusiness. So he is a great businessman. Later, maybe this country's minister, just like our minister, National Defense Minister. Michael Tai will give you the new book he wrote. If you today raise hand to ask some question, then you can get one. If everybody asks questions, I will give you more. Yeah. Let's welcome Mendy.
Good afternoon to you all. Anyway, it's a pleasure today to be here and also share my experience with you people. I meet these people and they were so nice to me, and today they invited me to come here and share the little that I know also about Taiwan. It's a pleasure to meet you all. And first of all, I will start with the outline of my today's presentation. I'm from Gambia, so I'm going to present a little bit about Gambia and then I will tell you who exactly I am, and then I will also share a summary of my career, and I will dwell on the tuna industry because I worked in the tuna industry for 3 years. Why do I choose to dwell more on tuna industry is because Taiwan play a very key role in the tuna industry. First of all, we look at about my country, the Gambia. Gambia is one of the smallest countries found in West Africa, and it was colonized by the British for over 400 years. So you can see the culture that the British people have lived in our country. And again, we gained our independence on 18 February 1965. It's quite long. And our capital city is called Banjul. It's a small city, but it's an island city too in the Gambia. And then the currency that we use is called Galaxy. And our population, according to 2013 World Bank, is 1.8 billion people. So you can see how small Gambia is. And also our official language, of course, is English because we are colonized by the British. We look at the economy of the Gambia, actually. Number one, the backbone of the Gambia is agriculture. Agriculture is the main source of income in the Gambia, which account for 42%, and then followed by tourism, 27%, trade, 15%, industry, 12%, and others. But our main export is downward. Okay, the English Americans say peanut, but the British say groundnut, and then followed by fish, and then cotton. Okay. If you look at the map of Africa, you can see the location of the Gambia. The Gambia is located on the western side of Africa. It's a small country found inside Senegal. So that's the map of the Gambia. And if you can see, here is the capital, Banjul, and here is the Atlantic Ocean. So from the Atlantic Ocean, you have a river called River Gambia. This River Gambia divided the country into two parts, and it runs from the northwest part of the country. So you can see that the whole Gambia is full of rivers. We have a lot of rivers in the Gambia. So this is Senegal. Senegal is our neighboring country, and Senegal is a French colony. And here is Senegal too. So Senegal surrounded Gambia on 3 sides, except from this area, that's the Atlantic Ocean. So you can see how small Gambia is. Gambia is deep inside Senegal. So this is Act 22. This is the entrance of our capital, Banjul. When we are entering our capital, this is the first building that we made. It's very famous in Gambia. And then we look at tourist attraction centers. As I told you, Gambia is divided into 2 parts by the river. So because of that, we have a lot of beautiful beach in the Gambia. And also, we are colonized by the British. So we have a lot of diplomatic ties by the West, with the Western world. So the Scandinavians, the British, they always come to holiday in Gambia during winter because Europe is very cold. So they come and enjoy the beautiful beach that we have, the sunshine, the bird species, and a lot of game. We have a very, very strong culture in Gambia. So we also have what we call craft market. We have some Gambians, they are very creative, creativity is very important. So they tend to design so many animals, they craft it, and tourists, whenever they come to Gambia, they are always interested in buying these things as souvenir. So when they are going home, they buy it and they take it to their loved ones in their respective country. So craft market is a very, very powerful market in the Gambia that attracts tourism. We also have wildlife. Whenever you out of Africa, Africa is blessed with wildlife. We have wildlife all over. We have zoo all over. And this one is called Abuko Nature Reserve. It's very, very, very famous in Gambia. So whenever tourists come, they always visit this place. Okay. So we have different species of monkeys in the Gambia. We have also like deer and bird species. There are so many. So this is one of the reasons also tourists like to come to the Gambia. And Gambia is one of the most peaceful countries in West Africa. We have never experienced war. So that's why we attract a lot of tourists in the Gambia. This is of course true. You know, we have different tribes in the Gambia. As I said earlier on, for me, for example, I am from a tribe called Manjago, but I speak 5 different languages in Gambia, apart from English. So actually, that's me, and these are my friends in the Gambia. So this is how we dress. But actually, there's no diversity here because we always use the same clothes. But I will show you as time goes on. So these are the Fulani. Fulani is one of the tribes in the Gambia. This is how they dress, which is different from my own tribe. And these are the young ones. This is also how they dress. And then I can't remember which year Malin Joe visited our country. And when he came, he was dressing, he was using our costume. This was how he dressed. So you can see how diverse we are in terms of culture. And this is the Gambian cuisine. The most famous one is this one. We call it berechin. In Gambia, almost everybody likes to eat this kind of food, berechin. And this one is made out of peanut sauce. It's called tomada in my local language. The same way this one also, and this one call it pepper soup. So you can see this is what actually we like eating in the Gambia. So it's a bit different with that of Taiwan cuisine. So when I first came here in 2009, I found it difficult to cook with the Gambian cuisine, with Taiwanese cuisine, because I'm not used to it. But as time goes on, I was able to adopt. Anyway, we have some YouTube videos that covers about Gambia. But as of now, maybe there's no time. Maybe there's time later, we can watch these videos. Okay. Actually, Gambia is called the smiling coast of West Africa. People are very friendly in Gambia. Everybody's nice. So that's why we call us the smiling coast of West Africa. Okay. Actually, I want to tell you guys who exactly I am. That's my English name is Mendy, and my Chinese name is called Mendy. That's how they call me here. I did my senior high school in Gambia, in one of the best senior high school in Gambia, called Usual High School. And then when I graduated in Usual High School, there was a government scholarship. They need top 25 Gambians, top 25 students. And if you don't have good grades, you cannot be selected for this scholarship. And I was among the top 25 students in the Gambia to be awarded this scholarship. So in 2009, I was given the top Gambian scholarship, and I came to Taiwan here to study. And then 2009 to 2013, I was in Pingtung. I know most of you know about Pingtung. I attended National Pingtung University of Science and Technology. It's one of the biggest campuses in Taiwan. So I was there for 4 years. And during my 4 years stay in Taiwan, in Pingtung, I was studying agribusiness management. I'm so much passionate about business ever since I was young. Okay. And then in June to August 2011, I had an internship with Thai Sugar in Tainan. So I was there working with them in Usulin branch. Those who know of Taiwan very well. So we are dealing with orchid flower. It's called Phalaenopsis. We export it to Japan, Canada, and US. I was here. And then in July 2013, February 26, I had international appointment because I graduated in July. It's already in June in Pingtung. And immediately I graduated, I had an interview with one company called FCF. It's one of the biggest trading company in the world. It's located in Kaohsiung. So I attended an interview here, and then I was being solicited to work in their company. But before I left, I had a training in FCF in Kaohsiung for 3 months, and then they deployed me to one of their branch in Ghana. So I worked in Ghana for over 3 years in Ghana as assistant sales and marketing manager. I will share more about that if that really permits us. Okay. And then in February 2016, that was last year, because I am a young man and I feel that it is important for me to develop myself academically. So I decided to come back and pursue my master's program. So which is why I'm here. So right now, I'm attending National Johnson University of Science, National University, and my major is applied economics. So actually, during my association with Taiwan for the past 3 years, I learned a lot about the Taiwanese culture. They used to say that Taiwanese people are very nice. It's not only that, because if you are in the midst of Taiwanese, you will learn a lot from them. And my boss, the one who trained me the job, is a Taiwanese. So I worked with him for 3 years. Okay. And during my association with him, one thing that I learned about him is honest. He's a very honest guy. Okay. And like he always wishes good things for me. And because of our age difference, he was treating me as his son. So he treated me very nice. So I was able to learn one thing from him. He's a very honest man. He don't need anything from anyone. And then the other one is time conscious. He's very time conscious. For example, if we're supposed to report to work by 8 o'clock, he'll ask me, hey, Mendy, let's go to the office 30 minutes before time. So he always report to work 30 minutes before time. So I learned a lot about that when it comes to time. And the other one also is like meeting deadlines. Whenever we set our department goal about sales target, he told me, Mendy, I want us to meet our deadlines. I don't want any excuse. And then he went and said that excuses are for losers. People who cannot achieve their targets, they will give you excuses. And then he says excuses are for losers, so I don't want excuse. So I learned to work hard and then also meet my deadlines. And also transparency. He's very transparent. He don't want to do anything under the carpet. He wants us to do things transparently. So we don't have anything to hide each other. So that's also one of the things that I learned from Taiwanese people. And also, he's very business-minded and focused. Whenever he's working, he don't want anyone to interrupt him. When he's working in the office, people pass by, they'll greet, he never answer. So that's told me that he's very determined and he's very focused. So these are the some of the things that I learned from Taiwanese people. And they help me a lot in my life. So whatever I do, I always go with these traits. So actually, this is what I learned from Taiwanese. And still now I'm learning from them because I am the leader of the Taiwanese people. Just to summarize my career for you people, okay, as I said, I work in the tourism industry for over 3 years as an assistant sales and marketing manager. And also, if you know that if you're working as assistant sales and marketing manager, you need to have a view about the global market, because our company was not focusing in African market. Our market was the EU, the European Union, which is very, very big. So I attended a lot of trainings, and I have a huge idea about the global tuna market, especially the EU and the US market. And also international policies. I attended a lot of ICAT meetings, and these ICAT meetings are all centered on the tuna industry about policies. So I have a broad idea about international policies in the area of tuna. And also, tuna traceability system is very, very important. This involves the supply chain management. I have so many trainings on this area also, and I know a lot about it, and also supply chain. So as I tell you, in July to September 2013, I was in Kaohsiung. I had a 3-month training in Kaohsiung. And then after my 3-month training in Kaohsiung FCF, I was sent to Ghana. Our company is located in Tema. Tema is one of the biggest harbor port in Ghana. So I was there from October 2013 to September 2014. I was appointed as a senior staff because already I have a training in FCL before I left. And then in October 2014 to 2016, I was appointed as assistant sales manager. So this was my profile there before I came here. So now I want to talk a little bit about tuna. Tuna is very broad, okay? And I don't know everything about the tuna industry, but I want to share the little that I know of the tuna industry and the participation of Taiwan in the tuna industry, okay? The tuna and fish product plays a very crucial role in the food security, because nowadays, old people, young generation, they are very, very conscious about the type of thing that they eat and the protein. And tuna has what we call omega-3. So tuna protein is very, very important as compared to that of fish, meat. So that's why many people they prefer to eat fish protein than meat protein. Okay, and it is contributing a lot, because if you look at the trend here, it says that the world per capita fish consumption increased from an average of 9.9 kg to that's in 1960s to 17.0 kg in the 2000s and in 18.9 in 2010. So you can see that the fish consumption is increasing, as decades pass by. This tells us that the tuna industry is contributing a lot in the global food security. So this increase is as a result of so many factors. One of them is population growth. The world population is growing so fast. And as a result of that, we need to feed this population. And the other reason is rising income. Is one of the reasons why many people are eating tuna products. And also urbanization, development is also one of the driving forces. Okay. According to FAO, in 2012, 58.3 million people were employed in the fishery and aquaculture industry. This tells you that the tuna industry plays a significant role in terms of employment. So therefore, there's a need for us to protect this tuna industry, or else in the future, we will be affected by food security and unemployment. But out of these 58.3 million people, 84% are Asians. So you can see how active Asian people are in the tuna industry. Okay, and then more than 10% are Africans, and then 15% are women. So women are not left behind in the fishery industry. They are also contributing and corners in the fishery industry. A catch of tuna and tuna-like species set a new record. That was in 2012. About 7 million metric tons of tuna was caught in 2013. So this is a lot of quantity that is contributing towards food security. And Taiwan, which I'm so proud of, is ranked among the top 10 long-line and passenger fishing countries in the world. So you can see how important Taiwan is in the tuna industry. They play a very, very, very crucial role in the tuna industry. But Japan, Spain, Taiwan, and Korea represent half of the world passenger catches. So these 4 countries alone play a major role in the tuna industry. So we need to give credit to these 4 countries, most especially Taiwan. So as you can see here, the contribution of the respective countries, the top countries in the world that supply long-line tuna to the world. And you can see here, Taiwan, you can see the contribution of Taiwan. So Taiwan is playing a very, very key role in the tuna industry in terms of catch. But tuna is not heavily consumed in Taiwan. That's the irony. They catch a lot of tuna and they export it. And most of them are not consumed here in Taiwan. So as of right now, I'm writing a thesis, and my thesis is based on consumer behavior, tuna consumer behavior in Taiwan. That's what I'm trying to examine. And this is also the pasena, the 10, 20 countries in the world with the highest catches of pasena fish. And you can see also the contribution of Taiwan also. That's Taiwan here. You can see the contribution of Taiwan in terms of fish that have been caught in Taiwan. So we have some governing bodies that sees the activities of the tuna industry. Without these governing bodies, the tuna industry will not be very, very active. And there will be no control. And once there's no loose control, there will be what we call depletion of the ozone stock. And we need to protect the ozone stock. It's very, very important. Okay. And one of their major concern is sustainability of tuna stock. We need to sustain the tuna stock, because if you don't do that, many of the people who have been employed in this sector will be affected. And if you don't have employment, you know what it causes. It causes crime and other stuff. Okay. But there are 5 major organizations that are taking charge of the tuna industry. The one key one is ICAT. It's called International Commission for the Conservation of Atlantic Tuna. It's the largest, and it has 50 members. 50 countries are participating in this one. And the second one is the Western and Central Pacific Fishery Commission, which has 26 members. And Taiwan is a member of this one. And the third one is Inter-American Tropical Tuna Commission, which has 21 members. The fourth one is Indian Ocean Tuna Commission with 32 members. And last but not the least is North Pacific Fisheries Commission with 7 members. So these 5 RFMs play a very crucial role in the protection of the tuna stock in all the Atlantic oceans in the world. But today, the tuna industry is facing a very, very, very serious problem. And that problem is called IUU fishing. IUU simply means illegal, unreported, unregulated fishing. This is a major problem across the world. It's not only in Taiwan. It's a major problem across the world. And during my period in Ghana, I attended so many meetings on this area, how to solve this problem. And still now, we cannot solve this problem. And if we don't solve this problem, there is a fear that the tuna industry will collapse in the future because we overstocked all the tuna product or the fish product in the ocean. Now, tuna stock sustainability is a great concern to RFMO. That's the 5 organizations that are listed earlier on. Okay. According to 2012, IUU practice amounted to 11 to 26 million metric tons, which was 10 to 23 billion. So this one is a big quantity. Only in 1 year, 26 million metric tons fish were caught illegally. So it's a big, big concern. Okay. Our customers too, especially in the EU, they don't want to eat fish that are caught illegally. Okay. And then it has both disastrous worldwide environment and social economic impact. IUU fishing has this problem because when you don't regulate the fishing or fish are being caught illegally, it's going to affect the environment or the ecosystem, the marine ecosystem, because we overstock the fish and then there will be diversity as time goes on in the marine ecosystem. IUU fishing countries, one of the most serious threats to the sustainable exploitation of living aquatic resources, marine ecosystem, and biodiversity. So you can see how IUU has caused a threat to the existing marine ecosystem and the biodiversity in the marine. So depletion of fish stock and future stock growth reduces the size, quality of catches, and also job losses. So when we are catching fish without any regulations, in the future there will be no employment in the tuna sector, and this one can cause a lot of havoc to the citizens, especially countries that are benefiting a lot in the ocean stock. Actually, last summer I was in Kaohsiung. I was with my company. For example, when I close work, when I close for summer, I have two months. I was in FCF, and then I happened to have a chance to go to the port and then have a small interview with those who are working there in the Kaohsiung port. I also went to Duncan to do the same thing because my boss is living in Duncan. Okay, but I realized that Taiwan, we have adopted some policies to fight IUU fishing, but those policies and that of Ghana, they are totally different. And also other countries, the policies that they also took is different from that of Taiwan. And you can see Taiwan, their major export market is not EU, it's Asia here, most especially Japan. So for them, they don't take strict regulation as that of EU. So I say, okay, let me come up with some suggestions. And these suggestions will be helpful to the Taiwanese government if they apply to fight illegal fishing. And one of them is that they should try to incorporate traditional fishing management principles. Taiwan, they have their own principles, which is different from that of the EU. So the best thing is they have to cooperate their own principles with that of EU to meet the international standard. And that's one way to fight illegal fishing. And two is also to introduce a stringent sanction system. If any vessel is caught fishing illegally, that vessel should be sanctioned, or they should impose a huge fine. So once they put that mechanism in place, they help to reduce illegal fishing. Because so many vessels in Taiwan, they are fishing illegally. They don't have fishing license, or they are operating in another country's territory, whereby they are not allowed to fish there. So if you are caught, you should be fined or you should sanction. So these are some of the principles that they should put at legislative level. They should also introduce what we call MSC, Marine Steward Council. And this Marine Steward Council will help to ban fishing vessels from using passive fishing gear. You must be active. And also they should monitor the fishing activities through the use of VMS. VMS is called Vessel Monitoring System, because every vessel should have a VMS fixed on it. And that VMS will control all the activities of the vessel, the area where it is fishing. So if VMS is fixed in every vessel, it will help to fight illegal fishing. And we should also have e-logbook. And the e-logbook should show all the quantity of fish and species that has been caught in the fish in the sea. And also they should have observers program. The government should train people as observers. And when the fishing vessel are going to the sea to fish, they should deploy these observers in each vessel. And these observers will monitor the fishing activities of each vessel on the sea. So this is a very, very important program. As in Ghana, when I was there, they started with this program. And also, there is a strengthened landing declaration system that should prohibit transshipment. There are some vessels, when they go out to fish and they come back, they don't declare the quantity of fish that they caught. We call it landing quantity. They don't do that. They tend to hide some and then sell it in other markets. And that is called illegal fishing. Because when you fish and you come back, you have to declare the quantity of fish that you caught and the species. It's very, very important too. Also, they should ensure valid fishing license. There are some fishing vessels, they are operating, but their license has expired. And they have to renew their license. But they have to renew their license and they are fishing, which is illegal. Okay? So they should make sure that all fishing vessels also have a valid fishing license, so that they will make what we call transparency, and they should know which zone they should operate or not. It's also a very, very important policy that I think Taiwanese government should also try to put in place. Another one is traceability. As I said, traceability is very, very, very important. Tuna traceability and credibility from catch to can or to table help to promote international trade, prevent entry of tuna into the supply chain from illegal fishing activities. In the EU, I export a lot of containers in the EU, and some of my containers have been rejected and sent back to Ghana, simply because they suspect that those containers, the product found in those containers are being caught illegally. So that's what we call traceability. So they have to trace the source of that product, from which vessel. Is that vessel having a valid fishing license? So traceability is very, very important, not only in the tuna industry, everywhere. Because without proper traceability, you cannot tell if those fish are being caught illegally or not. And the other step is to set up a catch certificate system and share information with international partners. Because when fishing vessels went out to fish and they come, they have to declare the quantity of fish that they catch and their species. And they also have what we call a logbook. A logbook will show the position of the fishing vessel and also their corresponding catches. And those logbooks, they have to declare everything. And now, when you are about to sell your product into EU or any other country, you need to provide what they call a catch certificate. A catch certificate will show the origin of the fish and the vessel that catch that product, so that they will be able to trace whether that vessel has been fishing illegally or not. So this is part of what we call the documentation process. It's very, very important. So we look at the international cooperation. Taiwan should try and sign what we call MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, with their partners. For example, Thailand, Philippines, they are also active into tuna industry. So they should sign what we call MOU, so that they will also be able to share their expertise in the tuna industry, and also comply with any rules and regulations of RFMOS, because these are the governing bodies that sees the activities of the tuna industry. So they should abide by their laws and regulations to fight what we call illegal fishing.
Mendy, you must go first.
Okay.
Because you only have 5 minutes left.
Okay. So we also have what we call the EU sanctions on IUU fishing, which is very, very, very important. EU sanction. EU play a very crucial role in the tuna industry. And once they suspect that a country has been fishing illegally and exporting their food into EU, what they normally do, they give you a warning. And that warning is they will issue a yellow card. Whenever they give you a yellow card, it's a warning that you are fishing illegally. So try to improve, or else we are going to ban you. And if you continue fishing illegally, then they will give you a red card. If I give a red card, it means your product cannot enter into EU because you are found fishing illegally. And then as time goes on, if you improve, they will give you a green card, which means you are now accepted to export your product into EU. Okay. So you can see these are some of the countries that have been sanctioned by EU. If you see red, it means that you are not allowed to export into EU. Yellow, it means a warning, and green is a green light. Okay. So look at for the case of Ghana. Okay, Ghana is here. During this year, this 2013, 2014, 2014, the same 2014, I was in Ghana by that time. So they give us a yellow card in Ghana. And during that time, it affects our business. Because once you are given a yellow card, you are afraid. So to have raw materials that we fish to produce the card was very expensive during that time. Okay. And as time goes on, they give them the green card, which allow them to export more of tuna into EU. And also, I'm so much passionate about Taiwan. You see Taiwan here. Taiwan also faces the same problem, but that was in 2015. EU gave Taiwan yellow card because they suspected that Taiwan are fishing illegally. So they give them the yellow card. And this one is a warning to them. So Taiwan, right now, they are improving on the EU policies. Actually, I think this is what I have for you guys. I have a lot to talk about, but time does not permit me. But then it's a pleasure to be with you people. And once more again, thank you very much for inviting me here.
Any questions? You may get one. God bless Taiwan's book. Yeah, you can walk.
Anyone would like to raise this question?
Turn on the light.
Turn on the light, please.
If you have any personal question about me, you are welcome. If you want to know more about me, you can ask me. Anything about Taiwan, tuna industry, you are also welcome to ask. Yes.
It's by knowing your country's man can marry several wives.
Okay.
True, and how many you want to marry?
Okay. This is my country. Actually, is an Islamic state. It's dominated by two religions, Christianity and Islam. But for me, I'm a Christian, and my religion says that you should marry only one wife. But if you are a Muslim, you are allowed to marry up to 5 wives. If you are a Muslim. Okay. But for me, I'm a Christian. I am not allowed to marry more than one wife.
Great.
As you marry only one wife and live with one wife. And once you marry one wife, you cannot divorce with your wife. In my religion, you cannot divorce. Yeah.
Catholic Church?
Yes, I'm a Catholic. I'm a Roman Catholic. Yeah.
Just a minor. Can you turn on the PowerPoint on the tuna industry?
Okay.
In the statistic of Taiwan area tuna industry.
Okay.
Yeah. You see the Taiwan in the bottom. You see Taiwan, the province of China. That's right.
Not the province of China.
Yeah.
You know that?
Okay. And how do I know? Because you see, that's why I quote. You see why I quote. This is not what I wrote. I say that's the source.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's the source. Okay. I know this is a very sensitive issue. I'm not a politician. I'm not a politician. Okay.
You better change it.
Okay, I will. Okay.
Okay, all the questions must be after meeting.
Okay. Okay.
May I have a question?
Oh, okay, go ahead.
According to according to the press, the Taiwan tuna fishery industry is improving and have contact with international standard. Because there is a fisher boat in Pacific Ocean, which didn't report to our government about the location and fishing and fish catch was fine. So I think our government is doing getting better to improve the contact with the international standard.
Yeah.
That's what I understand from the press. Yeah, I have noticed about this report. Don't you think so, Taiwan?
Okay, just to add on to what you said. Okay, if you know more about the company I'm telling, FCF. FCF is a very big company in Taiwan here. And most of the stakeholders or the shareholders of FCF are government officials. And some of them, they own these vessels. Taiwan, they are improving a lot. Because in 2015, when they are giving the yellow card a warning by EU warned them. Some of your products are here in EU, but we suspect that these products are being caught illegally. So you need to strengthen your policies in order to fight illegal fishing. Or else we cannot accept your product into EU. But since then, Taiwan, they come up with new policies. I don't want to present the Taiwan's policy. This is something that I think is a solution to Taiwan. I went to the Taiwan fisheries website. I saw a lot of policies that Taiwanese government came with. And those policies are very good. Those policies are international policies that are incorporated with that of the EU policies. And it's also in the same vein with that of Ghana. For me, when I'm talking from the fisheries perspective, I use Ghana and then Taiwan. So Taiwan, as I tell you, they are playing a very good role in the tuna industry. They are number one in terms of catch. They catch a lot of fish. But they need to improve their policies to meet international standards. And also to deviate, because they are focusing only in the Asian market. Let them go to the European market too. They are going to the US, but not to the EU. Yeah, it's only a few more products that are going to the EU. So Taiwan, they are doing a lot. I'm so happy for Taiwan. They are doing a lot in the fishery industry. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
If we have any more questions, can we do it after the meeting? Thank you, Wendy. And now we are going to have our President Fire to present our appreciation to you.
Smile.
Okay, thank you.
Now is our attendance report that we have Jess to give us the attendance today.
Good afternoon, everyone. We've got 18 Rotarians, 1 visiting Rotarian, and along with 6 guests. So our attendance rate is 64%. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. As far as Sergeant and our report, may we have Europe?
Today we have two donations. First one from President Fire. Wonderful speech. Thank you, Andy. And the second one is from Imas. Excellent presentation. Thank you, Andy. Thank you.
Thank you, Europe. And now the meeting is going to be a draw. Just give the time to our President Fire.
Thank you. Thank you for your coming. See you next time. I joined the meeting today.
然后我们今天就是有邀请到我们那个福社，因为很有就是国会级的人口，然后他本身是有点深，然后今天要来为我们演讲，然后我们鼓掌欢迎一下侯派。
今天张启忠医师代表大同扶轮社这些安口们来这边跟大家演讲。主要是医学的题目，所以我会用肝、心、脾、肺、肾这个平常大家都用的语言这个语言代表说五脏六腑的意思用这个五脏六腑的。我刚才问同学说，原来这边要用中文演讲的那我会掺杂一些专业名词也让你们你们是不是福少团的？都是还是有同学不是福少团？都是OK， 没关系，大家我会。有部分会尽量补充，让大家知道这个东西的那个英文名字是什么因为我们不知道可能在英文上面必须要再加强那这个要怎么样控制那个有没有那个可以控制的那个？还是有同学专门在那边按一下。以后我的班长说就给我用手碰的这样比较容易，因为不知道有没有，还有平常有一个长长的被我下，没有，但是。就是那边控制好了。好，下一张，我们就可以开始给同学看到，一个人的生命如果能够像这些鱼这么活泼，鱼为什么活泼？因为它肚子饿，它要吃嘛，所以用它这个体力，它就可以做它的满足它的成就感的事情。包括像人类来讲，就是长大，然后读书，然后考过成绩培养成绩然后完成你的职业，你的 career 好的。能够让你能够这一生不会后悔，因为谁都要走那么一趟，对不对？所以能够这样才是健康。那动物的健康很容易看出来，人的健康不容易看出来，所以他要经过专业的医师来给他诊断，到底有没有健康，到底是不是过度活泼、过动症也不可以。depression 我们叫做什么？忧郁症，当然也不行好，下一张。给大家看到，我们从肝、心、脾、肺、肾这5个次序。第一个讲到肝，同学，你知道你的肝脏在哪边吗？你摸摸看你的位置，我看几个同学知道，肝脏在哪边？肝脏英文叫 liver。你连我便秘你还秘肝也有这么搞的。肝脏在右边，你右边的肋骨下面是你的肝脏所以肝脏在右边，不要摸左边还有人摸心肝。摸到上面的心脏肝脏它是在我们的右边肋骨下面，肋骨就是保护它，把肝脏保护起来。然后刮后，人先就是拆卸，刮了不后，人先就是乌白。这个形容词事实上，肝如果真的不好，以后会让你吐血而死。这个时候人生哪里还有黑白？没有了所以我们的肝脏。在肋骨下面你可以把它这样子，肋骨在上面肝脏它是一个右叶跟左叶，你要对着病人看。现在你们看的角度就跟老师一样对着病人，的时候就看到这边叫左叶，这边叫右叶。那左叶是左边，它在右边的肋骨下面，可是它有个地方会稍微越过我们的中线。 但是中间有韧带把它隔开。肝脏在我们身上有3个最重要的作用，第一个就是消化，所有的消化酵素啦，都是靠肝脏这个最大的人类的工厂制造出来的。制造出来就跑到你的12指肠开口，进到里面把你消化。你看连那个油这么油的东西不管你是反式脂肪还是好的脂肪最后都会变成分解成甘油跟脂肪酸。所以我们吃下去的油，理论上你解的大便出来不会看到有油了。可是如果肝脏不好的人甚至于胆已经开掉了，胆干什么？胆在这里，肝脏的下面有一个胆，这个胆就是把肝脏分泌出来的胆汁浓缩成20倍。干嘛用？消化更多的脂肪，因为我们不吃脂肪一点点，有时候那个肉五花肉有没有3斩那种3层肉，哇，那个脂肪那么多，你当然需要比较浓稠的消化酵素来帮忙它，那些都是从肝脏分泌出来，然后浓缩存放在胆囊里面，然后呢，它就会植入到哪里？植到我们12指肠，这边是胃下来是12指肠，12指肠下去是我们的小肠，小肠再进到大肠，把水分跟那些电解质吸收回去以后，剩下来就是消化不了的米田共，米田共就解掉了所以我们肝脏是一个最大的消化化学工厂。第二，肝脏能杀菌，因为你知道分泌出来的胆汁躲在胆囊里面胆囊有的人曾经有俩偷吐。只要你吐5、6次以上，胃里面没有东西，但是吐出来的有绿绿的胆汁的颜色，那个时候你会感觉到这个嘴巴都苦好苦叫做口大大，口小，涩，非常涩那这种胆汁呢，它的那种杀菌能力很强。你要知道，有抗生素是第2次世界大战以后才有弗莱明发现的时候 penicillin， 之前没有的时候，我们都靠自己的胆汁，非常香。有一句台湾话的形容词叫香甜乖，不是泡泡笑香甜乖。哇，那个你如果曾经吐到5、6次以上，那个嘴巴里面是胆汁那种感觉生不如死。你看，连我们人都这么难过，细菌呢，一定给它把它杀掉，所以它能杀菌。第3个最重要，它能解毒。你知道肝脏这么大。把你一个人身上吸收进去多少毒品你知道我讲毒品不是你吸毒那个毒不止连我们喝的水里面有多少的那个脏的东西，重金属。我们空气飘的 PM 2.5，多少类里面有含重金属，你知道吗？那个都会得肺癌的。但是它进去的时候，如果血液把它吸收那些重金属成分或者不好的化学成分。最后也是肝脏把你解掉，所以它是一个很棒的解毒的一个器官我们这3大功能，肝脏一定不能出问题。下一张，来，那下一张就让你看到这个肝脏跟刚才那个不太一样，有没有皱起来？你看这个漫画家，这是一个医生的漫画家，我今天用的那个PowerPoint的图都是那个不看病的医生，或者他看不开很多的病，但是画出来很多病，让你知道说，你看肝脏肿起来，肿的表现是这样的，亮亮的这样。这边照的光呢，它要反光，但你知道说，哇，连肝脏都肿起来，这张肿到弯曲。一个肝脏本来是这样一个像稍微的那种三角形的不等边的，现在已经肿成这样，表示什么？表示它发炎。发炎的时候，细胞有很多发炎细胞出来，这个时候就是我们一般得到的 A、B、C、D、E 这5种